Good morning, my friends. Rich Lohman here with your woohooing thought of the day. And I think it's happy Thursday. I've got to remember what day of the week it is. Good golly, it's been one of those blurs of a week. So good morning to each and every one of you. Good morning, Linda. Good to have you with us this morning. Okay, so I've got two quotes for you guys that I'm going to share, and then I'm going to share a little backdrop and a little context to the quotes. First, from John Maxwell, there's the quote that says, "Growth is the only guarantee that tomorrow is better than today." That's something I've been saying in a couple workshops, a couple webinars, a couple lessons lately. Is growth is the only guarantee that tomorrow is better than today. Well, I found a quote from Malcolm X that said, "Education is the passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today." So a little backdrop and context. Good morning, Jen. Good morning, Rochelle. Good morning, Melissa. A little backdrop and context. I want my future to be bright. And from that perspective, if I apply both of these quotes, what I stand for in my life is intentional growth. I stand for it. I fight for it. I advocate for my own and the ability to teach others what real intentional growth is. So that's because I want my future to be better. I want tomorrow to be better. And so I continue, and I have really been doing this growth journey for quite a long time now, 10 plus years of intentional growth. So I'm going to share with you guys some differences, because one of the things that I realize is that a lot of people maybe think they grow intentionally, but maybe they don't. Maybe think that's, that they're really doing something by reading and or podcasting or that kind of stuff. So I'm going to share with you accidental growth versus intentional growth, 6 points. And what I want to encourage you, challenge you, inspire you is to figure out which one of these you need to do a better job with. So accidental growth is more about taking life as it goes and repairing each day the challenges from yesterday, versus each day intentional growth. You start to prepare for what you're going to be needing to be better at and good at tomorrow. So preparing or repairing versus preparing is accidental versus intentional. So are you just in a mode of repairing, or are you doing something each day besides this thought of the day to prepare? Second one is waits for growth to come to them versus takes responsibility to grow each day. So a lot of people will wait for the growth opportunity. They don't have any intentionality to it. It's like, oh, look, I'm growing today. Look what I did to grow today. But there's no consistency to it. Where if you take responsibility for your growth, each day you do something intentional to add value to yourself, to read something, to listen to something, and then to go apply it so that it's you're accepting the responsibility of what it looks like. Accidental growth is downhill habits. Intentional growth is uphill habits. We have uphill dreams, but sometimes we have downhill habits. So where are your habits not right? Where are your habits not primed? I'm really continue to go into the 7 habits of highly effective people, because I think that is increasingly important, especially as we come out of this pandemic. So downhill habits, accidental growth, versus uphill habits, intentional growth. This is big for me. Number 4 on my list is people that talk about growth. That's accidental growth, versus people that apply growth. That's intentional growth. Because a lot of people say, oh yeah, I'm growing, and I read this and I read this, but they're not applying. So there's no intentionality to it. They're just filling their mind with a bunch of stuff. And that's where I feel like a tribe, a community is something that is important to encourage each other, share with each other like we do here. So I'm liking that you guys are all here. Good morning, Sherry. Good morning, Chad. Good morning, Jen. Lee's got her sunglasses on. She's got to wear shades. Good morning, Ken. And it's exciting. So I see Rochelle just said, take responsibility. That's awesome. And number 5 on the list is relies on talent versus relies on character. That's intentional growth relies on character, because there's always room for improvement. There's always room for both performance characteristics to be upgraded and or moral characteristics to be upgraded. But if you rely on your talent, it's whatever, this is what God gave me, this is what I'm going to be. That's not good enough. We are called to get better. And the last one is stops learning after school's out versus continues learning and never stops learning for their life. Um, School got out for me at about age 21, and I stopped learning for about 8, 9 years. I was just going through the motions. Everything that was growth was accidental. I was just trying to repair what I had broken by dropping out of school, quite honestly. And once I realized that I was supposed to be in school my entire life and that I was supposed to be intentionally growing, I haven't stopped since I was bit by the bug. And here we are in, my 48th year around the sun type thing. And it just keeps getting better and better and better. I'm never going to stop growing, and I can't wait to see how far I can go and how much I can grow. So those are 6 points that I'd like to encourage you guys to think about, and just grow into becoming more intentional. Yes, Jen, intentional. 1 Timothy chapter 4, verse 15 says, practice these things, immerse yourself in them, so that all may see your progress. That's it right there. That's intentional. Practice these things. Immerse yourself in these, so that all may see your progress. All glory goes to God on that one. That's an amazing portion of the scripture. Good morning, Peter Stippen. And I am encouraging you guys to continue, to challenge yourself. And one of the things that I've learned about challenging ourselves, growth isn't meant to be done alone. So I'm glad you guys are here in this tribe. If you want more of a community, more of a tribe, we have our Passport to Growth. Go to passporttogrowth.com and join our community, where we get together and we share, more of the dialogue on what growth looks like to each of us. So I stand for growth, and I stand for intentional growth. I hope you have an awesome day.